All right. Tulsa King season 3, episode 3. Told you we catch up. All right. So I'm gonna keep this one short and sweet, man. What went on this episode here? Well, actually, it was somewhat of a good one, kind of trailed a little bit long at the same time. You had for the first time Dwight go ahead and bust his first mission for the feds that got him by the balls, right? He's doing this all undercover, all behind the back of his crew. They know nothing about it, not even his sister. Um, I don't know how he's going to get out of this. It was a little bit strange and odd to me that he would go ahead and tell a local police enforce local police sheriff that he's an informant. I found that very troubling. Why would you go like they get pulled over? This guy is a Fed. You're rolling with a Fed. I'm sure he can handle a ticket. I don't know why you need to get off the vehicle, have a conversation with a local sheriff, and admit to the sheriff that you are that you are a informant. Like, why would you do that? You offered him OKC front row seat Thunder tickets uh, to the NBA game. I mean, but I found that very troubling. I think that's a comeback to bite them because it's a just a low level local sheriff guy. I didn't understand that. You're riding around with the Fed. He could take care of a ticket. I think it's fine. But oh well, On top of that, they're all looking for Armand. We have not seen Armand yet. They're all looking for him. His wife or ex-wife, whoever the heck she is, comes comes looking for him. They don't know where he is. Nobody knows where the heck this dude is. So, we don't know where Armand is. So I'm sure that'll turn up at some point. Because I think there is something to that. I think that's going to be some big, like, whoa, what happened here? I'm wondering if he went back to New York. Something's going on with Armand. Nobody's really paying attention to that, but eventually something's get rear its ugly head when it comes to that. Mitch, Mitch is living it up with his old flame. I forgot her name. They go ahead, they jump on the car, and she gets out of control to the point where they go to Dunmar's house. She busts a couple of donuts, breaks through the fence in the car because she's the one driving. She tries to light the house on fire. I mean, kind of. She's a woman that's just, she's not going to light the house on fire the way she did it with just a bottle of booze and, trying to light the. She just wasn't going to get the job done. All right, just busting out a zipper lighter and just busting a bottle. But nonetheless, very irresponsible on her part. And Mitch set her straight, man. Mitch let her know, like, listen, you can't do that. We will do what we do, but we fly below the radar. You cannot put us on blast like that. You do that again. And what do you see? I think he said, you do that again, and we are strangers. So she doesn't want that. So, we'll see where that goes. Everybody kind of went their own way for the most part. I mean, you had the part where uh Bodie and Tyson and man, what's homegirl's name? I forget her name, but anyway, the three of them, they're there to bottle the booze, and they take it upon themselves to say, you know what? Let's go ahead and let's find out who our enemies are. Let's see what they're doing. And they follow Dunmar's son, Cole, to this warehouse. They find out that they're running a bingo scam. Yes, they are ripping off old people, how much they love bingo, right? And they're ripping them off. So they said, you know what? Let's go ahead and let's turn it on them. So they found out how they're ripping them off. They found out what they're doing. So they go ahead and they win the pot. and sending a message to them like, okay, you're not gonna be ripping everybody off, man. Somebody's gonna have to win at some point, and that someone was us. All that being said, they take Brody to a strip club, and through that, Tyson gets a little out of hand and a little careless, goes with a stripper to the champagne room, and guess who he meets there? Cole and his goons. Now, I found it kind of odd. I found it kind of odd that he's there with a couple of his guys, Tyson is, and like they were just able to kidnap him from there. Like I get it, maybe they took him out the back door, but I don't know, man. I thought there could have been some sort of communication, say, hey, look, they're taking me or something, right? Anyway, they take him. Cole has his homeboys with him. They beat him up a little bit because they're trying to figure out where the stash is for all the old booze, man, which Dwight basically came up on by buying the property, right? And you know, Tyson was like, I ain't telling you squat, you're gonna have to kill me. He was willing to die. He was willing to take a bullet. What he was not willing to do was see the stripper take a bullet, a stripper that he just met, by the way. He was not gonna allow her to eat a bullet. That like I found that just a little bit, offsetting. I'm like, okay, Tyson, like you dying, that's not too much for you. You'll do that. You'll take it for the crew, man. But some stripper that you just met, she didn't even give you a full lap dance yet. That's too much. That's something that you cannot handle. They take her out the back of the pickup truck and they put a gun to her head. And I'm like, wait a second, who's that? At first, I was thinking, is that his mom? Is that so? And I'm like, wait, I rewinded and I'm like, wait a second. That's that Asian girl, that stripper that he just barely met. And when I say barely met, he barely met her. Maybe they had like a just I don't know what it was. They had like a small little moment when she was about to give him a lap dance when he asked her like, "What do you want to do after this?" or something like. I just, wow, Tyson, my guy. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. So yeah, he broke because he just could not handle the fact that a stripper they just met was gonna eat a bullet. He would have ate the bullet, but not her. That's too much for him. So they go and they take all the booze, all the barrels, and that was you know that was a little too much, man, for him. So Dwight finds out. He's like, damn it, we got a problem. Looks like they're gonna go to war, man. So good episode. They weren't really together on this episode much. They all kind of broke away and did different things. And I'm not really sure what Dwight has planned dealing with this dude from the feds because he can't just keep doing this and keeping it under wraps away from his crew. Everybody was wondering, where is he? What's he doing? Who's he meeting with? So um let's see what turns out with that. But a decent episode. I'm not gonna say a good episode, but it was a decent episode. Enjoyed it enough, right? And I will see you guys on episode 4.